Well, hello, everybody. Tonight is Tuesday, July 16th, and we are on our leadership team call. And I'm excited that Alexis Busselman and Jenna Dziiuk is going to be on this call, and they're going to share with us on the steps to how they develop their team success. So as Alexis' sponsor, I'm going to start out by, love to introduce her. And Alexis is a wife and a mom of 4 with one more on the way in like 2 months. Okay. So, she's actually been consuming Juice Plus for 20 years, starting off as a child on the Healthy Starch program. And it was just 6 years ago that she actually started her business. So her rise was a quick 18 months to national marketing director. But as we know, this business can be a roller coaster. So she started building her business primarily through events. And in 2020, it completely shifted the momentum as she built her team back. So they found in that in-person events really is their key to success. So they're going to share with us tonight about that. And I just want you to know that this past year, she has been promoted to international marketing director. And what came with that is she promoted out 20 sales coordinators and leadership positions, which brought her to that success. So, you know what, tonight, I'm really confident that you're all going to enjoy hearing her story and learning more about how her team, along with Jenna, and how they duplicated their success. So with that, I would like to turn it over to you, Alexis, to get us started tonight.
Hey, thanks, Carolyn.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here with you guys.
Before we actually get started, I'm going to mute everybody out, which means that you're going to get muted out. So hang on one second. I just wanted to make sure we got a good clear. So here we go. Great.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Nikki. So I'm excited to be here with you guys this evening. Thank you, Carolyn, for that excellent introduction. I am absolutely honored to have the opportunity to share with you guys about my story because, like Carolyn said, even though I had that really fast initial run to national marketing director, this business is not always like that. And I was fortunate because I listened to enough calls in that time to know that while I was on that high rise that I was going on, eventually I knew that there would be some downtimes in my business. And so I felt really mentally prepared when that did happen. I didn't think I anticipated how low the low would really be. So I kind of want to preface this call by sharing what that was like, because I think it's hard to appreciate the success that our team has had this year if you don't know kind of the back end of that and how low things really were. So January of 2023, so last January, my business was at the lowest it had ever been. So I was down to only 4 qualifiers. And it was really tough. It was really, really tough for me emotionally to see where my team was at. And if you've ever been in a place where your business has been low, you feel like, why doesn't anyone else want to do this? And why do I feel so stuck? And it's really tough to shift that mindset. So I want to start by saying that, like, initially, if you are ever in that place, the first shift is your mindset. And one of the things that I always tell people if they come to me and ask about getting excitement on their team, gaining momentum, getting out of a place of maybe where they are and getting to where they would like to be, the number one thing that I always tell them is bring on new teammates. New teammates bring so much energy and excitement and a fresh start into your business. And it really only takes one person to completely shift the momentum that your team has. And so last spring, our team started to see that momentum shift. We had several girls that had been building their businesses for years and finally started achieving some of those goals that they'd been working towards. So I had a couple new performance bonus qualifiers at the beginning of last year, which gave me hope that I was moving from 4 up to 6. And then at that point, we also had several girls who were in leadership that had kind of stepped away from their business, step back in and start mentoring some people on their team. And we also had a brand new line of girls. So you guys are going to get the chance to hear from Jenna tonight and her story. But bringing her into this business last year completely just turned 180 degrees of where my business was. And so I learned a lot in that process, the process of being really low and working with teammates to bring them up, but then also what it was like to raise up a really fast growing team of leaders. So I kind of want to start there and tell you guys that that's where we were, and we've came a long way since then. And a lot of that has to do with, you know, what we're doing on our team as far as our team culture, our team events, and then how we're really helping teammates go from saying yes to this business to being successful in this business. So I have some slides this evening that I am going to share with you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. So let me go ahead and hit play here. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So steps for building your team. These are some pictures from our team at Fall Conference in North Carolina. You see that the one picture of our sales coordinators there, that was just a handful of our sales coordinators who were able to make it to conference. But it was so fun to have so many girls walking the stage. And many of them got to turn back around and go again for QSSC or SSC. And it was this was a really fun conference. If you guys don't have your tickets yet for Phoenix, I just want to take this chance to encourage you to go. There are so many great pieces that happen at conference, and that is really a place to build for your excitement. So talking about team culture, I really want you guys to think about what you desire your team to look like and what does it feel like to be part of that. So I really struggled with that in the beginning, trying to figure out like, who are the people that I want to bring in? What does our team culture really feel like? And so I'm going to share with you guys kind of what our team culture is, but I want to encourage you guys to think about what it is for your team and what you desire. So for ours, we are inclusive. It does not matter where you are at, we are here to walk with you. And then that's especially for the young moms. If you guys have a desire to attract young moms into your business, they are going to be the first ones to feel like, I have too many kids, or my kid is too loud and too disruptive, or I just don't have the time. So we really make it a priority to include our young moms and our families in our events. And even like when we go to conference and things like that, making sure that we always just ask them, like, are you bringing your kids with you? Are you bringing your babies? Let us know. So think about inclusivity. And another kind of aspect of that is for those of us who've been in this business for a long time, or on these products a long time, like Carolyn shared, it's been part of my life for 23 years. Sometimes people see my health and feel like it's unattainable. Like Alexis's family has made so many changes. So it's always just good to remind people that like we all have a starting place, and Juice Plus is a really great, you know, first step and first simple change. So our team culture is successful. Like we love sharing about the successes of our team. And guess what? People like to be part of that. People like to be part of a team that is having success and winning. And so that's something that we also share with people when they come on. Like, we really want to help you be successful in this business. Our work is fun. We enjoy what we get to do. I laughed because we had the San Antonio regional event this past weekend, and Melissa Buring, who's one of the leaders on Jenna's team, she had posted like a series of stories in her social media. And it was like, we have absolutely no fun. And it was all these different images of us line dancing and pictures with the Longhorn that was there, and just all these super fun things. So we really embody that within our team, is that we want to have a good time with what we get to do. And then the last one there is to prioritize our families. A lot of us, like I put in the very beginning, are young moms, and it can be really easy when we get into this business or any business to get wrapped up in it. So I always encourage my girls to really take the time that they need with their families, prioritize their business, but also prioritize your family. This is a get to business. And when we get to work this business, it allows us more time with our families. And that's important to prioritize that. So let's kind of chat about the basics of our business. So first of all, share this business as often as you share the product. I cannot emphasize that enough, you guys. You have to share the business if you're going to share a product. I had someone message me the other day, and she'd asked like, well, what do your events look like where you're sharing the business? And I was so confused. I was like, I don't know. What do you mean? What are events that share the business? I said, every event that we do, we share the business. They go together. And it really truly is about the number of exposures. And that's something that I also am often reminding the girls on my team, that you may have someone who isn't interested in this business right now, but by offering it to them, you can count that as one exposure. And then maybe the next time their product reships or they add something, you can mark that down as another exposure. So just always think about every time you mention that business, it's about the number of exposures. So provide people the opportunity and then be able to walk with them on that journey. So you just never really know where people are at. And it's not our job to judge them. We want to tell them, about the opportunity to be a partner. But when they become a partner, we want to tell them about the opportunity to be partner plus. But do not assume that they only want to be partner plus. If they made partner plus, walk with them to that next step. Show them what it looks like to be QSC. Give them the option to go for that. And the same goes for every single position that you're in. What do you need, bud?
Get popcorn.
Okay, popcorn. Can you ask Dad? Okay, sorry guys, we have movie night outside or out in the living room. So utilize the existing resources that we have. Don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel. We have so many amazing resources, you guys. We have boards and we have the hub, and our marketing team is phenomenal with what they're putting together at corporate. So use the resources that we have and lean into that as you are building your business. Don't feel like you have to create a whole lot of things. Identify the income producing activities for your business. So social media is one that can be really easy to spend a lot of time on and feel like you're working your business, but it might not be an income producing activity for you. I don't necessarily consider that an income producing activity for me, unless maybe I'm sharing about an event that I'm having and people are RSVPing to that event because they saw it on social media. The time that I spend on social media, while it does, yes, influence people and their perception of who I am, I would not consider that an income producing activity. So I'm always really careful that I'm prioritizing my time with creating event flyers, inviting to events, showing up at events, because really our success, I really feel like, stems from that time that we're spending in person. But maybe for you, that is three-way connection calls or some other time investment, but just always really look at what is actually creating the income in your business. And then lean into your upline support system. So I am super fortunate. Carolyn and Tyra include me in so many of the different activities that their team does. Both, throughout the year, I plug into their team call because, as you just saw, we were interrupted. It's really tough for me to do team calls and to be a host and to take all that time to prepare. So I'm glad that our team's able to lean into them. And just kind of see where does that fall for you? What is something that your upline team is doing really, really well that you can lean into them to support rather than recreating that wheel and doing it all on your own? And there are things that our team does separate from theirs, but just giving you that example of team calls, that is one of the things that they do really, really well. And we're really fortunate to be able to plug into that. So taking someone from partner to partner plus. This over here on the side is a worksheet that was created for one of our brand new partners who joined the business. And worksheets are located on both the hub and on boards. I typically pull them from boards, super easy to screenshot from my phone, and then add in the text that I need. But using a visual for your new partners to explain where they're at and where they're going is really important. So this is a brand new partner. She put in a Luminate order on May 29th. And Jenna and I saw this order go in and I said, doesn't she have another order? I think she's already a customer, right? She verified that she was. And that prompted us to offer her the business again, to say, hey, we know that you have an order reshipping next month. If you'd like, you could earn money back on your Luminate that you just put in. And next month when your order ships, you'll get paid on that as well. She's like, I'm not interested in sharing the products, but I will go ahead and sign up to become a partner. So she signed up. You guys, the next day, she shared the product. share the product with somebody. We saw an order for this woman named Cynthia go in. Oh, we were like, well, that's great. And we knew that at the end of June, she had her own personal order that was projected to go out. So we were able to put that worksheet together for her, give her the visual and say, we will be able to promote you to Partner Plus at the end of this month. So again, like you just never know when somebody is going to be interested in our business. And this was perfect because she had a previous exposure. So this was the second time we were coming back to her. So some different verbiage that you guys can use when you're talking to your newer partners. You can take advantage of our promotions at any time. So if your order reships, if you add product, or if you have somebody that you want to share with. So just reminding them that like, you're not required to sell our products or share our products. But if you do, that will count towards your promotions. All of our promotion levels are permanent. You guys, that is something that's really unique with our company. So when you have somebody that's just one order away, we always encourage them to go for that because that's going to permanently increase their commission level. And if they have a big family order, maybe they have a couple customers, it's worth going for that. And you guys, if you do not tell someone that our promotion levels are permanent, they're not going to know that. They're going to assume we're like every other company. You have to have a quota. You have to do all these things. So just let them know that that's something that is unique with our company. And then I always end. This is an easy way to always wrap things up when you're talking with new people is I'm always here to help if you have questions or if you'd like to add products to your family's order. Remind them that they can message you, that you are here for them, that you support them, and that you would like the opportunity, if they have questions, to be that person who can serve them. And I do this really deep into my team, you guys. This is not just partners who are frontline to me. This is partners that are 5, 6, 7 generations deep from me. I connect with them on Project Broadcast, offer them opportunities, but I always end with that. And I will tell you, as the years go by, sometimes the person that initially brought them into this business is not there anymore, or they're not active anymore, or they have some really big life things going on, and that person will reach out to me and say, hey, I know that you had offered to help, or I have a question, or I want to share the product. And you just always want people to know, to have that connection with you, that you're available and willing to do that for them. So I am super excited to have the opportunity now to introduce Jenna. Jenna Dziiuk is a new QNMD on our team. She went from partner to QNMD in 1 year. Oh my gosh, my computer's dying. Let me get a charger real quick. Need a computer charger. She lives in Falls City, so South Texas, and that is population 500. I looked that up today because I knew there were not very many people there. And I was excited to be able to see that because I feel like a lot of times people think that you have to live in this big town or know all these people. That's not the case. So Jenna is a wife and a mom to a busy 2-year-old. And she is a private speech language pathologist. So I'm excited to have the chance to turn this over to her for her to share a few things that her team has been doing this past year to build their businesses. So do you want to share your story first? Why don't you share a little bit before I go to the next slide?
Share about myself?
Yeah, just about your story.
I think you did a fabulous job in sharing about me, but I'll recap that. So I think we're coming up on almost 2 years when I picked up the phone to connect with Alexis as a customer. I was in the thick of postpartum anxiety and my baby was 6 months old. So I had been friends with Alexis on social media, but had never met her in person before. But I followed her content and she was always posting healthy living things and just really relatable content, from motherhood to thyroid health to seeing her post about Juice Plus. So I felt that God nudge and I called her, or scheduled to call her, and we talked for almost an hour, and she sold me on the products, and she had asked me if I wanted to partner. I turned that down. She had amazing customer service and followed up with me right before my next shipment went out and asked again if I'd like to partner because I could earn some money back off of my orders. Said no again. And then she asked again, and she's not someone that likes to be told no at all. She asked again because we had this San Antonio boot camp coming up and invited me to it. And I couldn't imagine seeing myself attend this event with people that I had no idea who they were. And so I kindly declined that invitation. And then she followed up one more time and said, I bought your ticket. You're bringing your baby. You're coming. And so I came, and that event absolutely changed my life. I met some amazing women there. There were lots of kids running around in the back of the conference room. They quickly, helped me with William. He was just a year old at that point. So I just felt like I belonged. And I knew that our health needed Juice Plus, but my heart was craving for community and to be hugged on and loved on and prayed for. And that's exactly where God wanted me to be that day. And then I became a partner. And yeah, that's kind of my little background of how I became a Juice Plus customer turned into a partner. And this last year has been absolutely amazing.
All right.
Okay, so something that our team loves to do is that we love to love on our partners. Everyone, loves that feeling of accomplishment or that warm welcome to something. And that's what we do in our team, is that we provide our new partners with a warm welcome on social media. Most of our partners are on social media, on Facebook and Instagram. And we find that whenever we spotlight these new partners and post them on social media, without even realizing it, it's like a trickle effect. So once their family or friend of a friend sees this post, like in the first one that you see, it's for my friend Haley Henson, a family member might see this post and reach out to Haley and say, like, can you please tell me more about this? Or I've heard about Juice Plus. I had absolutely no idea that you were a partner with this company. And it's just this beautiful trickle effect that kind of spills into families that you wouldn't have even touched had we not spotlighted this new partner. We also do it for new promotions. We love celebrating big and small promotions when someone makes Partner Plus or the next jump up. It's just always fun to be able to brag on them and love on them and spotlight them on social media. Alexis, is there anything else you'd like for me to touch on the new promotions and things like that?
Nope, you did good.
Awesome. Okay, so these pictures are from the Pajama Regional from this year. It was my first Pajama Regional, and it was absolutely so much fun. We crossed paths. One of our partners is friends with a massage therapist. You can see our partner, Melissa, getting a massage. And Karen is the masseuse. And so she came and gave us, I think it was 5 to 10 minute chair massages the morning leading up to our training. And before the massage session started, we also had it was kind of like a yoga Pilates class that we had outside that we were told it was going to be a beginner course, but I think I was sore for at least 2 weeks after that. So it was definitely a good way to get that adrenaline going and get our bodies moving that morning. It was so much fun. We also did a Pajama Regional bingo, so we had a few prizes. Our team just really prioritizes having fun. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. We usually have some finger foods at our events, like you see below in the picture. We like to sit around and share testimonies regarding our health, or even just things that we're going through with marriage and postpartum and motherhood and things like that. And so we truly take the time to get to know each other on a personal level. And like I said earlier, like I needed this community. And once I started branching out and building this team, I realized that other women also benefited from a community with like-minded women. So it's been a lot of fun. You can see that the bottom right hand corner is our little friend, our little Juice Plus baby in the stroller. My friend Tori traveled, I think, a good 2.5 hours to come to our pajama regional. And at this point in time, I'm not even sure she was a customer yet. I could be wrong, but she participated in this pajama regional. And no, she wasn't a customer yet. She participated in our pajama regional. She was ready to order and she was ready to become a partner. So I just felt that nudge to invite her. I knew that she lived kind of far and she had a little baby, but we welcomed that baby with open arms and we took turns holding him, and she had a blast, and she turned out to be one of my partners. So that was really amazing. It's been a lot of fun getting to know these girls and build relationships.
Thanks, Jenna. That was great.
You're welcome.
I asked Jenna to share specifically about a few of those things, just because she's done such an amazing job of creating team culture. She has influenced and encouraged all the rest of our team to also just think about how we can include more people in our community. I would have never really thought to invite like my prospects. Like I invited my customers to Pajama Regional, I invited my partners, but like to see up someone who came as a prospect and then decided to become a partner was really, really awesome. So I'm super excited that you guys had a chance to hear a little bit from us. We have just a few minutes. So if anybody has questions, we're absolutely, either of us are happy to take those. Or if Nikki, you have anything that you would like to add, you can do that as well.
I'd love to hear if anybody has any questions. And one of my questions might be, well, let me see, does anybody have any questions, first of all?
I have a question.
Great.
Jenna, when you post about your team's promotions, do you try to get permission from them first, or do you kind of, is it people you know and you're like, they'll be fine with it? I just know there's like some people that my partner signs up, like I don't know some of her partners personally, so I don't know how they are about that. So I just would get your take there, because that would be really good to do.
Yeah. So I generally do ask permission. We like to ask like, hey, like, do you like this picture that I picked out? Or what do you think about this graphic that I put together? Some verbiage that I use for someone that's kind of just dipping their toe into the business, or maybe it's even someone that says like, I want absolutely nothing with this business. Some verbiage that I use, like for Haley, I said something along the lines of like, hey, like, would you mind if I spotlighted you on social media? And maybe this would spark some family members' interest or some friends. And she was all for it. I don't think I've ever had anyone say no, but I always ask like first, like, hey, how do you feel about me posting on social media? And can I use this picture of you? I think it's gorgeous, or it's a beautiful picture or something. So yeah, I would say ask first, and usually they will say yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Do we have anybody else?
Carolyn, you have a question? Go ahead.
Yes, Alexis, I liked when you showed the sheet, the worksheet. We may have all forgotten about that. And it's a question I probably asked Kristen, like, I don't have an iPhone. So how do you, I know you guys are typing all this in on your phone. You said I take a picture, do you throw it into Canva and then write it all in or something? How do you send, because I'm old school. I'm going to print it and hand it to you, or scan it and email it to you. You guys are a little bit more quicker than that. So why don't you share how you do that?
So some of the girls on my team print them off and handwrite them and send a picture to their teammates. I typically pop mine into Instagram, like into a story, and just add the text over them. And then instead of posting it, I'll just save the image. But there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. Also, one of the things I was going to mention when I was kind of sharing that part is, as we move into our new digital system, which we'll be launching soon, managing promotions is going to become a lot easier. So right now, our downline team is really dependent on us as leaders. But that process is going to be shifting a little bit, and it's going to be much more transparent for a newer partner, especially if they're multiple generations deep from you, to be able to see where they're at with their promotional status and be able to be promoted without you actually manually having to do it. So I think as we get closer into that new system, there will probably be some new ways that we can help our new partners as well.
Yeah, Alexis, that was a really great point, and that was a great question, Carolyn. So when it automatically happens to promote somebody, now, you're really following the numbers because we have to do it. Have you thought about how you're going to be following it with that automatic promotion to get the success pictures out?
I am part of the digital IT advisory committee, and we have definitely emphasized the fact that we need that very transparent on reports. As leaders, we want to be able to recognize our new partners, like Jenna talked about. That is an important aspect of our business. Everywhere from the brand new partner all the way to high levels of leadership, we want to be able to recognize them. And so that's going to be something that's trackable through our reporting.
Great.
When
Thanks,
people are
Alexis.
promoted.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? We're going to wrap this up maybe with one more question. So somebody feels like they could go out and find their star and duplicate Alexis. You don't have any questions.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you close this up, Carolyn.
Yes, I just want to thank you both for sharing with us. Thank you for those slides. I was taking pictures of your verbiage. To me, it's like, what do we say and how do we say it and when do we say it? So that was really excellent that you shared that with us tonight. And Jenna, we're just so proud of you, of just rising to the success you have. And I didn't know that story. I didn't know how many no's Alexis got from you before that you finally, you had no choice. I mean, if she bought your ticket, what are you going to say? So that might be something for all of us to do. And I know in talking with Alexis that she saw potential in you from the beginning. And we were always talking about you. If I could just get Jenna to see the light, that I know she's going to be my next national marketing director. And here you are, proving us all right. So thank you for that. Alexis, thank you for sharing with us on your success and what you've done, and giving us the hope that if we've all kind of stalled in our business, that doing an event and starting up new partners will just change your world. So I appreciate that part too. Just want to thank you all for getting on the call tonight, and just look forward to next month who we got on task. So
all right, everybody, good night. Carolyn, Alexis, Jenna, thank you. Everybody did a great job.
Good night,
Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody.
thank you for coming.
Thank you guys. Great job.
So
Thank you so much.
Good night. It was
Very
so
inspiring.
good.
Thank you.